EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Steps away to his left. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Let him know. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Here's Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there. Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The Cardinals at 13-2 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Murray now to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
He's got his man on the crossing route. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run on 1st down. Sapp, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top two seeds in the NFC. I think they're the two best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top two teams in the NFC.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Murray now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st down, Sapp. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing now is Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll run on 1st down. Sapp, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Murray off play action. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Murray going to throw. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Second and 16.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 2nd and 16. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Being chased out left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll try the left side. Sapp. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Sapp. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They're going to try and throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards.
And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Amari Barno. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
2nd and 6. Forced out to his left. Pass complete to Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 3rd down, Michaels. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll try the left side. Sapp, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On first down, Sapp. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Carolina, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.